I lost my girlfriend over this. We're not together anymore, because it just got too much for her.
Now, since my last video detailing extensively the drama surrounding the Roblox game Forsaken, more specifically the false allegations against the creator of the game being Sol, and having spoken to Sol and Juno myself, getting their entire side regarding the situation out for everyone to hear, a lot more extremely serious updates have come out which I feel like I need to address. So please like and share the video around so as many people as possible are able to see, and let's get into it. So after my video had come out, I had hoped that it would have immediately cleared up a lot of misconceptions regarding Sol, but for 2 days following the situation, it only seemed to get worse and worse, before it slowly got better and the community could finally heal. Not only was I getting attacked for standing up for Sol regarding the false allegations, but more documents were being released against them to maliciously pile up the harassment campaign at the time. This caused many contributors to the game to publicly announce that they will be leaving the community, as well as members of the team such as Toki to announce that they will be leaving the community and pulling his characters away from the roster. And something else extremely sad to see too at the time was the fact that Sol and Juno, aka Antitheses, had actually broken up in response to the horrific amount of backlash that they were both receiving. Juno had to leave because they physically and mentally could not deal with the stress and constant harassment that was affecting them for numerous weeks in a row, only seeming to get worse and worse by the day. Sol described on Twitter how they lost everything in their personal life due to this drama, and they lost everything they cared about. They also go on to state that Juno's parents stopped their relationship because they were being told a lot of misinformation from bad actors seeking to make their life a living. And it's sickening to say, but Juno had then following everything that had transpired and were ultimately hospitalized from it, with Sol planning on following through too. And this hits very close because I had personally spoken to these people and resonated very much with the position that they were in due to the harassment and false allegations that they constantly received. And the fact that people on the internet were soulless as to completely bash them relentlessly with Google document after Google document makes me think that some people in this community honestly forgot that they were even human with real emotions. And if anyone even faced a tenth of the problems that Sol faced daily, they would absolutely crumble under the pressure too. On Twitter, Sol even made their anguish known by highlighting how she had broken up with Juno and voicing her frustrations over being attacked for her actions in which she did numerous years ago, despite the people criticizing her doing far worse. Also highlighting how they attempted to talk with the people who created the new document on her in private and explained how they will go public about what they did to them when they had the breathing space to do so. And this is all in reference to the plethora of Google documents which were all dropped one after the other in a very small space of time. Now, before we address that Google document which we just mentioned, there is another specific document that I want to address which was making the rounds. This specific document which I'm referencing prompted Sol to make a live stream responding to it, and this is what they had to say in regards to the Juno situation at the very start.
I just want this to be done with, man. I'm so tired. I lost my girlfriend over this. Not like in a physical sense, but we're not together anymore, because it just got too much for her. I had my entire life planned out with her, and now it's just like, seeing this is so awful. Not even a f***ing adult and people are calling me a oh man.
Now, following on, what is arguably the most disgusting situation to probably even address in this entire video was that the same document which Sol is responding to on livestream actually accuses them verbatim of lying about their and claims that they defamed their school teacher. And this is not only completely disgusting, tone deaf, and disrespectful towards Sol, who has already gone through so much and they're only just 17 turning 18, but also discrediting a victim's story like this, which this bad faith document does, only serves to make more victims afraid to come out about their own situations in the future, because people are going to be this callous as to discredit someone just because they ultimately dislike them.
Sol committing defamation against an innocent man in order to protect his reputation. Within Sol's response document, he had claimed to by his teacher back in 2019. While this is unfortunate to hear, and if possibly true is an awful thing to experience, the way that he went about exposing it is something done in a completely unprofessional and criminal manner, which broke a federal crime for defamation. Awesome. This is just awesome to hear, really. The man linked within the case was falsely charged, and he was found not guilty by the judge and had a record expungement. Even if you're Sol putting an innocent man name on the doc for proof of without even bothering to read the thread is incredibly unprofessional, and it's a federal crime. You know, it's so crazy. Right after saying this, they attached a screenshot of me explaining exactly why that message was in there, and me apologizing for not correctly formatting it at the time, which is so insane to me. Genuinely, so crazy. Soul-driven love, I'd like you to realize that if this information was not brought up to you personally, you would have been sued for defamation of character. Do you even realize the naivety of your actions and the example you just set for your community? That it's okay to lie. I'm not lying, dude. I don't know what you want me to say here. I said in the same thread that I never came out about what he did to me. Do you think that there would be any kind of article made on this man? At all? If I just never came out about what he did? No, there wouldn't be. The only reason I cited this is because I wanted to give a past example of what he did to others. I just wasn't aware that the victim could have potentially been lying about it. And I corrected myself. Like, what more do you want me to do? What else do I do? This is the same man. There's no difference in the story. This isn't like a different man. I'm not like lying about some innocent person.
Now, I'll leave Soul's entire response livestream down below if you'd like to read it all, but shortly after addressing this document, and the other bad faith document which I mentioned earlier is released, detailing a lot of smaller drama regarding Soul from back in 2023 when they underwent the alias Robo. Now, the original creators of this document claimed that they didn't want to post the doc at such a horrible time, when the timing couldn't be more convenient. They claim that Soul has been apparently avoiding addressing the situation in private, however showed no proof behind this, so they just felt the need to pile this on top of the million and other one documents and allegations that are all being dished out at the exact same time. But of course, they prefaced the fact that this document isn't intended for harassment purposes, of course. Now, shortly after this document was released, it was used as the main document people started rallying behind to bash Soul. This was, of course, until Soul made a quick response document also detailing how the people behind that document were mutually toxic and unprofessional. This prompted the original creator of the document, after public opinion started turning against them, to then ask for all of this to be sorted in DMs, despite the fact that this should have been their go-to option since the beginning. They literally could have just been patient and waited for Soul to regather themselves and then dealt with this sufficiently. A lot of the problems highlighted in their document could have also been sorted out and clarified to one another in private, and the timing of when they released the document is beyond coincidental. So after finally coming to terms with the fact that it should be discussed in DMs, the user then scraps the document and then ultimately deletes it, marking an end to the entire drama, as this was the last document which was ultimately created. Now, as the drama eventually died down, and after my video debunking the lies and misconceptions made the round, eventually public perception increased, allowing Soul to then have a clearer mind to announce to their Discord server that they would be removing their tweets which were made in a much darker headspace, and that Ava, aka Juno, is doing okay, and that Juno, along with themselves, will also be taking a break from the internet, and that they will come back eventually with a cleaner slate. Even more good news came along with the fact that Toki's characters have been added back, being the Rook, Phosphorus, Azure, and Ringmaster. So it is very nice to see that the community is gradually healing after a very tumultuous past week, and I wish the best for Soul and Juno moving forward, and hopefully this is an ultimate end to the Forsaken drama and troubles. But anyway, for clarification, as this video ends, this video is not intended for hate, harassment, or cyberbullying whatsoever. This video is instead intended for educational and informative purposes only, going over the entire situation as a whole in a documentary style context. I'd also like to clarify that this video is intended for more mature audiences as well, as more mature themes are being discussed, so viewer discretion is advised. All necessary content has been sufficiently blurred, and this video complies with all of YouTube's community guidelines, including the YouTube child safety guidelines. And with that all being said, thank you all for watching. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new, and comment your opinions down below about this situation, and join my Discord server to contact me if you want. My Discord is discord.gg/parlo, and with that being said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Goodbye.